Hillary Clinton recently did an interview with Business Insider where she laid out what she would do for the economy if elected, and more specifically, how she would handle the problems caused by finance capital.
How do we get out of quarterly capitalism?
I think it's one of the biggest challenges facing our economy. And I'll just tell a quick story that I told when I gave my economic speeches last year. There was a recent survey that was done with the heads of major American corporations. And they were asked this question: if you could make an investment today that you know would make the company more profitable, say it was R&D, say it was plant and equipment, say it was investing and training your workers, and you knew that within 5 to 10 years you'd have so much good returns to show, but it would cost you a penny off your stock price to do it, would you do it? And every one of them said no. So I knew one of the people who'd been asked, an iconic American corporation, and I called and I said, were you in this survey? Yes. You were asked this question? Yes. Clearly it was unanimous. You said, no, you wouldn't do it. What does that mean? I know the kind of person you are. I know that you are trying to build a great company. The answer was, I'd be killed. The market would kill me. Activist shareholders would kill me. So I would be spending all my time fending off this attack on me and the company. I wouldn't even get to doing the work that we want to do. That's crazy. You know, that to me is not wealth creation for the long term. It's not how we're going to grow this economy, how we're going to have broad, inclusive prosperity. So I think we've got to look at corporate law. You know, back in the day when I studied it, there were different constituencies that were to be served. And I think there was a real wrong turn about 20, 25 years ago when the theory began to be promoted that, you know, your highest duty, in fact, some would argue, your only duty is to maximize shareholder return. I just don't buy it. And it wasn't the original underpinnings of the legal theory of corporate law. This has been a development that I think has been promoted for other reasons, but nevertheless, we're living with it. So I think we have to take a look at corporate law. We have to take a look at the incentives that we can perhaps use to encourage more longer term. I think if you had a capital gains system where the patient capital would actually be rewarded, nanosecond capital, churning would not be. I think there's a lot we could do that maybe would give a little more decision space to CEOs, to shareholders who want to hold for the long term, to investors who want to be part of the long term, that they would maybe have a little more room to sort of withstand the pressure that is otherwise coming down on them.
What's very interesting is that she doesn't see it, although she draws the logical line of conclusion to it, that it's systemic to the system itself, and then just pretends that it's some kind of pernicious outside influence that's causing this damage, that causes Wall Street to be bad. Because it's strange how it's the law's fault for not stepping in and doing something, as though somehow profit maximization wasn't a part of capitalism at some point, that capitalism is a completely and totally rational thing that would never do anything that would undermine itself. And what is she talking about with incentivizing long-term investment? And by that she means industrial production, the thing that creates value, as opposed to short-term gains from betting on asset prices and getting capital gains. What kind of incentive is she talking about? She's talking about tax breaks. So, I mean, what's really going to be different under Hillary Clinton than there's ever been under any other president? Again, tax breaks for the rich. And that's exactly what it is, every single time. So really, Hillary Clinton is no more a puppet of Wall Street than anyone who has ever been president of the United States is. There's nothing different here, and there's nothing unique. Thank you for watching. Want to go ahead, rate, comment, subscribe, and share on various social media. And if you want, you can head over to my Patreon page and show your support. Or you could head over to the MRN bookstore and check out some of the latest books available.